Okay, Shane, now we're going to go to Dale Sally live at Public Square with more about that Balloon Fest.
And Dale, big question is, of course, what is this going to do to the Balloon Fest tomorrow?
Well, everybody down here, Bob and Doreen, says the show will still go on. That is tomorrow. Tonight, of course, the workers have a long, long night ahead of them. As you can see behind me back there, the seam in the tarpaulin that covers the balloon bin, that was torn during the storm. If you tilt up, you can see the larger balloons, the ones that were to lift the netting off the top of the bin and release the 1.5 million balloons. Those two have been decompressed up there right now. As a matter of fact, half of them have blown down. This is Tom Holowak, the site manager. The show is still on, Tom. How long is it going to take for you guys to fix this stuff?
Well, the most important thing is for us to get the tarp fixed now so the balloons will stay inside, and we think that we can do it in about 3 hours. We've got a lot of spare fabric. We've got the whole crew here. We've got our lifts. We've got the street closed down so we can work on it non-stop until it gets done.
Will you be inflating the balloons inside while you're repairing the tarp outside?
No, we have to repair the tarp now. We've got from now until 4 o'clock when the kids get here to fix the tarp, and we say that we can do it. Preliminary examination shows that there doesn't seem to be any damage to the net on the top. The helium lines and everything are in place and still seem to be okay. As far as these inflatables go, the folks at Pioneer Balloon down in Willard, who are providing all the small balloons, say that they can get us more inflatables to lift the net up.
All right, again, all of this stuff was built to take 60-mile-an-hour winds, and whatever specifications they put this scaffolding up to, it certainly worked tonight, didn't it?
It really did. I think the engineer who drew those designs is going to be happy he drew them just the way he did.
All right, well, we're going to have a lot of happy people out there to know that the Balloon Fest, thank you, Tom Holowak, the site manager, Balloon Fest 86 is still on for tomorrow, but again, the work will go on here all night long. Still 2 o'clock, that's what time they're talking about letting 1.5 million balloons out. We're still talking about the Guinness Book of World Records, but we're also talking about one long, wet night. Bob and Doreen?
Thank you, Dick. Well, even though tonight's storm did some minor damage, just about everything is ready for Balloon Fest 86, set to take place in downtown Cleveland tomorrow to benefit the United Way. Literally millions of balloons will be released on Public Square, which will set a world record. News Center 8's Don Olson was down on Public Square this evening, where some last-minute preparations were taking place.
Don't worry, Moses Cleveland has not been put in jail. This is the view from inside the huge bin that will hold 1.5 million balloons. Workers were making last-minute preparations this evening for the event to benefit the United Way.
Coming out, coming out!
The scaffolding, which takes up the entire southwest quadrant, took 10 men 2.5 weeks to construct.
We thought we started out just building a box to hold balloons in. We didn't realize we were building a building that had to meet every single city safety code and building code that you have to meet if you build a permanent building. And so this thing is built to withstand a 60-mile-an-hour wind.
Tomorrow morning, area high school students will begin arriving at 4 o'clock to begin the massive job of inflating the balloons one by one.
The 2,500 high school students will be inflating 4,500 balloons per minute for up to 6 hours.
Festivities begin on Public Square at noon. The balloon release is set for 6 minutes after 2. Certain downtown streets were closed at 7 this evening and will remain closed until after tomorrow's events. They are all of Public Square, Ontario from Prospect to St. Clair, Superior between East 9th and West 6th, and Euclid from East 9th all the way to Public Square. An event like this has never been held before, so no one is quite sure just how many people will show up. A good tip is to show up early. Don Olson, News Center 8, Cleveland.